Green flag pit stops have just begun. Matt Yoakum.
The Biff felt like he was one adjustment away from having the race car that he needed. He said it was tight off turn 2, lacking a little bit off turn 4 as well. Air pressure change for the 16, Lindsay.
Thanks, Matt. Pablo Montoya hasn't been saying much. That's because his car's been really, really good all day, which is great news for this team who has struggled so much at this track. Montoya brought his car in, 4 tires and fuel, Ralph.
The 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. is good through 1 and 2. Snaps loose off the 4. Still a little too snug to make him happy. They're going to take a look at that right side on that side skirt and the exhaust as well, Marty. They're going to make an adjustment, put 4 tires of fuel on it.
Well, Kyle Busch extremely loose off the corners. They're going to go 2 rounds of wedge in the left rear, trying to get this car tight. He said, I just cannot get back to the gas like I would like, Matt.
Tony Stewart, his pit box is 71, is pitting right in front. Stewart says the car not bad. Jeff Gooch Patterson from Escondido, California, already made the wedge adjustment, gets the second can of fuel. Meanwhile, Mark Martin, he said he didn't want any adjustments on this set of pit stops because the car had gone to the neutral side. He wasn't too upset about the handling of the race car. He's away, Marty.
Matt, those changes we talked about for Denny Hamlin made the car better. He said it was still a little bit loose at the end of the run. A little bit of wedge out, trying to tighten it up. Lindsay?
Thanks, Matt. The 48 team led by Ken Porcel, the Jack Man. They're all working on the car hard, giving him 4 tires, fuel. Jimmy is gone and away. Marty.
You should have heard the conversation between Carl Edwards and crew chief Bob Osborne as Carl diagnosed what he thought was going on with the car. Almost 2 entire laps trying to explain exactly what was going on with the race car. He said it's good. We need a little bit more. Car still too loose on exit. They're going to make a wedge, also a track bar adjustment, trying to tighten it up just a little bit. They can't make sweeping changes. Obviously the car very fast, but they do know they need to get a little bit better, and a fresh bottle of water for Carl. Quick stop for the 99 bunch.
Can also tell you Matt Kenseth and Casey Kane were among the first on and off of pit road. Kenseth currently scored 12. Casey Kane in the 4th position. It cycles around back to Jimmy Johnson as the race leader. Carl Edwards did lead a lap, so 5 bonus points for the 99 team. So it shakes out Johnson, Biffle, Montoya, Kane, and Stewart in the top 5. Then Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Edwards, Mark Martin in 9th, Jeff Gordon from 43rd to the top 10. 81 to go at Michigan. We're under caution for debris here at the Michigan International Speedway. Pit road is open.
Truex and
Wow.
Casey.
Some of the guys that just pitted a few laps ago. Casey Kane's back, Matt.
Bill's still a work in progress for Casey Kane. They were going back and forth whether to go 2 or 4 here. You can see they're making the chassis adjustment. Once again, they do go for 4. Kane's car still loose pretty much the last 2 runs.
They're trying to get that, what we talked about. They're trying to make these adjustments, and now's the time because they're running out of time to make adjustments.
Marty.
Bill, this was the driver's call. Kyle Busch said, how many cars behind us on the lead lap? The answer was 7. So he said, we're coming. 4 tires. I need help getting tighter. He asked the lap times compared to Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart. When he got that report back, he said, we're going to need help at the end of this run.
Kyle Busch heads back out on the track.
Yeah, my question, I got a question for Larry. Larry, you there?
I am.
All right, let me ask a question, bud. Some of those guys didn't pit, all right? Did they not pit because we've had so many green flag laps and now they're playing the fuel mileage card for the last 60, 70, 80 laps of the race?
All right, here's what I'm going to tell you, Kyle, is the guys that stayed out, like Jimmy Johnson, like Biffle Montoya, there's no question they can make this race on one more stop. But I know exactly why the 9 car, Casey Kane and Kenny Francis, pitted. Think about our 2 green flag pit cycles. They were the first car to hit pit road. They pitted 37 laps, and in 40 laps, they needed to be able to run 43 laps per run from where they pitted on 114. That caution, I think, was a blessing for the 9 car.
Because all that did, Larry, it caught them up with everybody else.
Exactly. I think everyone can make it on one more stop now. I'm going to put my calculator away.
I wouldn't put that thing away yet. We got 78 to go. Under caution at Michigan for debris in turn 3. Rudeman, the lucky dog.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing from Michigan International Speedway is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Watch drivers battle for position on the U.S. Army Battle Cam, only on TNT's Race Buddy on NASCAR.com. By Sprint, NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. It'll change the way you experience the race. By Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong. Subway, eat fresh. And by Vault, for those who get it done and then some.
Getting ready to go green here at the Michigan International Speedway. Our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. New Fuel Max tires help you have a winning fuel strategy. Goodyear. Let's see. Rudeman, as we mentioned, was the lucky dog. The 44 of Allmendinger has come back out on the track. The top 9 drivers did not pit. Jimmy Johnson, driver leader's choice, starts on the outside row. No wave around. There'll be 75 to go when they take the green, which is right about now. Also tell you Ryan Newman came back down pit road for an extended pit stop.
Yeah, they changed a little bit more than a spring rubber on that one.
They changed the right rear spring in that Army car, and they did it within about 15 seconds. Yeah. It was absolutely amazing. That's Army strong. It's 234 years, but this is amazing. Watch this. Let's see if we got video.
And that's how bad your car is when you come in and change the right rear spring. You're looking for big time help when you do something like that. Good pack of racing here. Close quarters. Oh.
At 99 come down across the hood of Elliott Sadler. Elliott Sadler's having a good run today. He's been in the top 10, 12, 15, just kind of biding his time there. We mentioned him through when we went through the field, but I'm telling you, he's having a really good run.
Casey Kane in the 9, Earnhardt the 88, Elliott Sadler in the 19.
Hey, what, Casey's rocketing through there right now.
Pedaling now, huh?
Yes, sir.
It always amazes me. I'm sorry. It always amazes me that these guys get to the corner and they're all looking for fresh air. That's part of why they're running the way they are. But they can run anywhere around the corner and they all fall back in line down the straightaway. Especially on new tires. New tires give you so much grip.
Yeah. But this, you're getting the time of the race. You can't lose track position on the leaders right now. If you've got a good car, you can't mess around in this traffic. You've got to try to keep that leader in sight if you're going to have a shot.
And Harvick's a good example. We saw Harvick there on the inside. And Harvick's been running 18th, 19th, somewhere in that range. But he knows he's got to get some track position right here. So if his car's not as good as it was and he starts losing again, he doesn't drop from 19th to 25th. He just drops from 9th or 10th back to 15th or 16th.
Denny Hamlin in the 11, Kurt Busch in the 2, and here comes Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon. Hamlin is 5th, so this is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Stewart falls in behind Busch.
And you see the 8, you see the 14 and the 2. Drafting does come into effect here.
Absolutely.
You see how those guys got to run. The 14 just stayed in line behind the 2. And look where Jeff is. Jeff's 5 car lengths behind him now. He was up to the door on the 14 almost halfway through the corner.
On board with Carl Edwards in the Aflac Ford. Ford against Chevy right there.
And see, when you pull up beside a car, now see, at least you got somebody up in front that's in your lane. But normally when they're all lined up and you're down on the inside like Carl is, it's like hitting a brick wall of air. Even if you have a little bit of a run, your car just stops. The only way you can get a little bit of help if there's somebody running side by side in front of you helping breaking that air.
And you see on the front stretch here, Carl had to jump back up in line because he just couldn't get enough run up off that corner, and it frees you up a lot more down the front stretch because it's D-shaped. It's a longer straightaway.
Right, and look at the 9. The 9 was actually, he had a good run going into 1. Here we go.
Mark Martin in the 5. Juan Montoya in the 42.
Boy, Mark's just sneaking up there again.
Yeah, Mark has just been 15th. Well, what happened to Mark? Well, he's 13th. Well, what happened to Mark? Well, now he's 3rd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at him power up. He goes straight to the gas hard right there, man.
That's when your car's working, when you can get after the gas like that in the middle. Ooh, that's strong.
Mark's got 3 wins this season, 4 at this track. Looking
nice
for...
job, bud. Nice job. Go get him. Hit the mark.
Looking for his 5th win at Michigan.